Hi friends, today I would like to start my video with a short story which I have come across in my childhood. You also might have heard this story in some part of your life. This is the story, an elephant and the five blind men. So, five blind men, they live in a village. They are highly brilliant, they are highly sensual, they are good at analytical ability. And one day elephant came to their village, and these five men, they are not aware of elephant, and they went to explore by themselves what it is. So they went to touch the elephant, and they come up with their own findings. The first guy touched its tail. He said it's a rope. The second guy touched the body of the elephant. He said it's a wall. The third guy touched the legs of the elephant. He said it's a pillar. And the fourth one touched the ear of the elephant. He said it's a fan. The fifth one touched the feet of the elephant. He said it's a pillow. If you're not aware, elephant feet are very spongy. So they come up with their own findings, and they are they're highly confident on their findings, and the other, I mean, each one is fighting with other four, because the other four men's finding are completely opposing. Like, it's obviously it's a completely I mean, we know it's an elephant, so we know the holistic truth, but they know only the partial truth. So here, the reason for their finding, the first thing is, uh, they have the mental block, having they are having the mental block that a truth can be a single, it's a one dimensional. So if what I'm saying is true, and if something you're saying opposing my viewpoint, that should be wrong. So that's the first mental block. So there can be one, two, a multiple truth can coexist together, even though if they are opposing completely 100%, if they are opposing completely. Keep this story in mind. Even though I learned this story from childhood, it just stored as a data in my memory. It didn't impact my decision making. So whenever I come across a new truth, it's opposing my previous truth, either I reject the first one or rejected the second one. There is no point of time I took both truth coexist together. No, I never. But when I started reading a lot of books, a lot of literature books, I'll talk about these books later. I experienced this idea. Then I started evaluating myself, and so whenever new idea comes in, um, I started giving space for both ideas coexist. You don't need to explore more if you don't have time, or if you don't know how to go with. You can simply coexist. I mean, if you think both ideas are true, you can simply put together, just let it be in their own space. So I'll tell about one experience. In this WhatsApp era, when the stories about Gandhi, when it reached me, what he did to Ambedkar, what he did to Netaji, Bhagat Singh, Vallabhbhai Patel. So all the learnings of my school days about the father of the nation, how much he fought for the freedom of India. He went multiple times to the jail. He did multiple days of fasting, march, and he dedicated almost 40-50 years of his life. So everything came in front of me. So what is the truth? I mean, he why he did all these things to these people, and why he did all this. I mean, I'm not talking about the opinion of these stories, but yeah, I mean, you might have this data. The data is right. So then when I came to an understanding of multiple truth, then I started explore the historical background of each activities in a limelight. Okay, both. Okay, you have to have this in mind. Okay, Gandhi is right, Netaji is right, Ambedkar is right. So now you go to that event uh, which was conflicting for both. For example, the Pune Pact will say it's a very conflicting between Gandhi and Ambedkar. If you go, you will get an idea. Gandhi is having certain ideological difference, like when Britishers they gave separate electorates for untouchables. So Gandhi opposed, saying no, they should not be given separate electorates. That will divide the India. So we will do the first we'll get the freedom, then we'll do the social reformation. But Ambedkar opposed, saying we need the separate electorates. We need for social reformation, political reformation. Let it come later. So you're too slow. We cannot go with you. So this is the thing. But later they come up with a new idea. So that's what They came up with a new idea, that a reservation. So that even exists now, like the untouchables, they are reserved accounts, they can contest in a reserve constituency with a common electorate. There is no separate electorate. So if you try to explore more, you can Google what is separate electorate, what is reservation. And Kanti predicted, I'm not saying he is always right, I'm not saying, but you could see the separate electorates was the reason behind India-Pakistan separation, because Muslim was given the separate electorate option well before this Pune Pact in 1932 happened. So he predicted that only. So that's why Gandhi opposed Ambedkar in this way. So even though this happened in 1930, India-Pakistan partition happened in 1947, but he expected this result with the untouchables in India with the other caste. So you can get, if you explore more, you can understand the truth, the original truth. Otherwise, if you have the mindset of this one, like both can be right, both Ambedkar and Gandhi can be right, then only you can get to these minute detail. Otherwise, either you can accept Gandhi or you can accept Ambedkar. You cannot accept both, because we are grown up with that mindset. There can be only one right. So if you only change that algorithm, I would say algorithm, like even if a new idea comes into you, you go for evidence, you go for your own findings, and if you think it's right, even though it's opposing the previous or your whatever ideas you have already, even though it's opposing, just have it both. So if you get this thing, the multiplicity of the truth, your life will become a revelation. But your life will go very soft, because if you take one stand, if you take a stand, then you can be more aggressive. But if you take multiple stand, like, okay, then you have to go soft. If you don't want to go much deeper in the history, you can take the real-time example, the current example. If you take cricket, there will be a fight between captains. There will be a fight between Dhoni and Ganguly, who is the best captain. They are best in their own ways. Handling the pressure, handling the players, handling the media, handling their own batting and bowling, keeping, and everything. They have their own qualities. They have, so if you want, instead of going for who is best, you can go for how you can get best out of both. So if someone, you can take that example into cinema as well. If you take Tamil cinema, there is a division between Rajini, Kamal, Vijay, Ajit, and if you go back, Shivaji, MGR, and because we have this mindset in us, even we are not ready to accept multi-hero movies actually. So even though there are movies now coming with a multi-hero subject, either one will support each other. I mean, the end, at least in the climax, one hero will support the other one, or one hero uh, um, will reverse his path and he will join hands. I mean, if he's doing something wrong, he will join hands with the idea. So in the end, I mean, ultimately they'll go with the one idea in the end. So there will not be no two heroes with two conflicting ideas, and in a climax, a new idea is born. That's how it should be. There is a thesis, antithesis, and it should be a synthesis in the end. So we are not accustomed to that scenario. So even I'm just giving example. I hope I would have communicated what I wanted to say. I know there are some shortcomings and I couldn't organize my thoughts well, so I'll correct all those in my upcoming videos. See you then. Yeah, bye.